Hello, I am Bjorn, the shooting star. Make a wish. Hello, spooky friends. It is I, your host, Zach, with Sir Henry's Haunted Podcast. Today is our Halloween podcast episode. We're excited for you to be here. It's going to be a fun episode. Of course, as always, I've got my co-host Calvin here. Calvin, how's it going?
It's going great.
Going great.
Yeah.
Looking very Calvin-y as always. Special guest on today's Halloween episode. You guys might know him from the SpongeBob, the cartoon series. We've got Doodlebob in studio.
Yep.
Doodlebob, how is it going?
Hoi mignoi.
So welcome, friends, foes alike. We are excited to be here today, Bjorn, Calvin, and Doodlebob.
Hello.
On this Halloween episode of Sir Henry's Haunted Podcast, as it clearly states behind me. So fellas, we've just completed. We're wrapping up our final October weekend at Sir Henry's Haunted Trail, and we've still got one more weekend left in November after this upcoming weekend. How you guys feeling, Calvin? How you feeling?
Great. It was a great season so far.
You know, your hayride went well, right?
It went real well so far.
That's great.
It's gonna
And
continue to go well.
Mr. Doodlebob, I don't know if you've ever been to a haunted house before. Are you planning to make an appearance this weekend at Sir Henry's Haunted Trail?
If you'll have me, it's been a long time since I've been in the spotlight.
I believe we're actually doing a guest panel photo autograph session with you. You'll be tabling at the event.
That sounds wonderful.
On Saturday next to the DJ.
News to me.
Yeah.
In case you guys didn't actually know, this is not Doodlebob and this is not Calvin. This one's very hard to tell. This is actually Keegan, our head makeup artist, and of course Doodlebob is being impersonated by Calvin. I'm sure his lawyers will be in touch with you soon.
Yeah.
I, however, am actually a Swedish shooting star from the northern country.
It feels really weird sitting over here.
It doesn't it?
Feels great.
Feels
sitting over
shame.
here.
The
Yeah.
seat of shame because you missed last episode.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just gonna have some fun today, talk about some stuff. We got a couple of questions, comments from the past couple of videos. We wanted to wrap those in today's episode.
Well, today's creature feature.
Who does that?
That's Tampa
That's
J.
Tampa J.
I know who does it. I just have to say it for our guest. For today's creature, it's so iconic. That's why we love Tampa J. He was on an episode, which, by the way, let me plug this again. Tampa J was on our first episode of season 2, I believe. If that episode gets 1,000 views, Josh has to go to the haunted. Pull your skirt down.
I'm trying.
Josh has to go to the haunted May Stringer house in Brooksville and either stay the night or whatever the setup is. And Josh will literally kill himself before that. So let's get that video to 1,000 views so he can go shack up with some ghosts. Fun stuff.
Fun.
So Keegan, you are you dressed? You're dressed as Calvin. You got the hat, the hair.
What does that hat say? I've always been curious.
I don't know. I haven't read it.
Doesn't even know his own hat.
Just picked it up about 5 minutes ago.
You've even got the little stash Rooney there. And the attention to detail, because Keegan is our makeup artist, he even has a mole on the top of his head.
It's not a mole. It's a
The
freckle.
freckle.
All right.
Whatever. Become mole, and you'll probably have to go see a dermatologist about that. So
Yeah.
keep an
Get
eye
it
on
removed.
that. So you're our head makeup artist. How many seasons you been out here at Sir Henry's Haunted Trail being involved?
6 seasons in total.
What was your first season?
I don't know.
I think that would have been 2018 because you've been out here 7 seasons.
Yeah.
Yep. He was
And-
one of my little scarecrows.
yeah, that's right. So we
Was it
had
scarecrows or was it carving?
we had the carving.
I don't think you were on the carving.
I was on carving. I was in the village.
I think he came like 2 nights. Or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
I was
like
there
a
for
2
like
nights.
two
Oh
or
yeah,
3
we
nights.
talked about this. the other day.
2019 was like your first year,
First,
real
like,
year.
full year, yeah.
And which is crazy. I think it was 4 years ago. It feels like a lifetime ago. Um, he was on the carving. He's like this tall, and he played one of our scarecrows. Right? It was your trail.
Yeah.
Right?
It's
So
in the
no,
cornfield.
on for carving year or harvester or
Hard. No,
Carving, I was in
The
the village.
harvest.
Harvester, I was
harvester.
in the
the
cornfield.
cornfield. Yeah. So I have a picture, or you have a picture. We'll put on
Yeah, I got
screen
it.
of us from 2019.
you'll have
little,
to send me that.
cute little kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids. That's
Sitting
all
on a little
it
hay
was.
bale. It was
That's all
great.
our Hana is kids. No. And now, so fast forward to 2023. Here you are driving yourself here. It's a big deal. And you're head makeup artist. You've helped create a lot of the cool props and set pieces out there this year. Namely, if you guys seen the cauldron in the center show shack area in our common area, Keegan created that, built that from scratch. Also the giant cauldron in the hayride, the reapers that are on the transition after the barn on our hayride scene. He helped fabricate all those. Lots of cool stuff. Keegan's very talented. Love having him a part of the team. What was your favorite thing to create for this season?
I think the cauldron in the front common area for Beatrice or myself with the coals. I think the coals was my favorite part to make.
Is that all time? Is that your favorite thing of all time?
One question at a time.
We're just elaborating here.
Yeah, I think so.
I am very hard to please when it comes to a lot of things.
No.
Never.
But this cauldron this man did here, it's beautiful, it's stunning. That's why it's in the common area center show. He did a great job with that. It's a big part of the show, as he knows very well.
Come check it out.
It's Beatrice. She got a little tude. She got a little
Yeah, a
tude.
little attitude.
Well, too, she's a witch. A witch has got to have an attitude. Saw some lady comment, that witch was kind of mean to me. Bro, you're at a haunted house and there's a witch, it's probably going to be rude to her, especially if she's the arch villain of Sir Henry. Yeah, she's not going to be as
gonna
nice as Sir
happen.
Henry because, whatever.
And even Sir Henry is still not the nicest.
I heard Sir
person.
Henry was
Yeah,
being bossy last
He's
weekend.
kind of a character at times.
He is, yeah, sure. One way of putting
Character at times. But no, that's cool. What was the hardest thing you did this season?
I think the hardest thing was the skull heads for the Reapers.
Oh yeah,
Skulls are hard.
That was it. Was kind of like one of the very early projects. Like, here, do this. I think we both weren't sure how they were going to come out, but
Yeah.
alas, they look stunning. And then me and you kind of put the bodies together. It was a team effort with that. You were nowhere to be found at the time.
I probably had important
You were
stuff to
probably in the pumpkin trees putting
do.
those
Probably. I think that's actually where I was, yeah.
up. So that was cool, and they turned out great. That's it's a very iconic scene on this hayride. We got the red and white and the
a very visual scene.
tombstones. The tombstones are a classic touch, don't we?
Oh,
all
yeah.
think? Love those tombstones. Yeah.
Those were fun to paint.
Yeah. Keegan also had to paint. That's like
You
whole
painted
Keegan
those?
Scene. Yeah.
I
Well,
did the hard coat.
He did
Oh.
the hard coat, the texture, as,
Texturing.
they call it in the industry. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff. How has being involved on the makeup team talk a little bit about your experience with makeup and how you got into that and where you learned all that from.
So I'm completely self-taught, and it's interesting being on the makeup team. We see a different side of everybody because they say everything and anything. And
It's like what's that show, Jersey Shore?
Yeah.
We should do a reality series, the Jersey Shore, the makeup shore, the
Yeah,
makeup,
every
the makeup
makeup
shack.
It's a lot
Every
of
makeup
pressure.
station's its own like confessional booth.
Yeah, it's I'm here for confession.
Yeah.
You hear a lot of stuff back there, huh?
yeah,
That's fun. That's fun. That's part of a haunt. I mean, every
Yeah.
haunt's like that. It's not just unique to our own. But you got a great makeup team this year. If you've got a handful of people, you're Emma, Abby, Ash, Jaden. Am I missing anybody?
we have Bree.
Bree, yep.
And sometimes.
So you've got a great makeup team. We didn't do a whole lot of like heavy makeup looks this year. It's been a lot of mask across the board, which I think has made y'all's job easier and taken some stress off. But we still have key makeup looks, and I think that's allowed us to do more intense detail looking looks, if you will. So
we gotta
like
spend
with
more time on each
the
makeup.
werewolf, there's been a couple of werewolf victims like every night that I'm like, wow, that's some good looking stuff. It's very graphic, which you don't do a whole lot of, but I've been really pleased with how that's gone.
Yeah, I try not to go back there. Try not to mess up the flow. I got some items I have to get out of the shed, but that's really about it. So makeup's really y'all or mostly Keegan's ordeal.
Fun fact.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We didn't
already.
introduce this.
I introduced it last
the new-
episode. If you'd have watched it all.
Well, we can put it. You got to put it back up over there. Where
This
it
is the
goes.
shout out swear jar, our new fancy one that our fan and friend Sammy made us. So thank you, Sammy. Once again, it will not be lost now because it's no longer in Calvin's vehicle. But anyway, as I was going to state, our fun fact: the makeup team, our first couple of seasons, was actually me. Crazy, right? I used to do a lot of the makeup myself. There's one night, I think our third season, we didn't have any of our, at the time, makeup team, and I had to do it all. And I have this alter ego makeup artist that comes out and does makeup. His name is Jacques. He's French. Jacques for short. He's French. But he does a pretty decent job. A lot of his looks end up looking like pirate stuff, just because that's his background. That's his background.
He's a pirate.
He's a French pirate. So fun fact for you guys. I don't even know if y'all knew that.
Yeah. You did everything.
Well, yes, yes. They
But-
called me the goat for nothing.
Up until last Christmas, I never got my makeup done. I've been a
that's right.
mask
Interesting.
guy
Yeah.
forever.
Didn't think about
So
it.
Like, blackout doesn't count.
blackout doesn't count, and 95% of the time I did it myself. But yeah, up until last Christmas, I never had to sit in a booth in the makeup area.
And even then, Christmas wasn't really a.
Yeah, it was nothing special.
You had
Outrageous
some
or
It's not
special.
rosy
like I was-
cheeks and waxed your mustache.
Yeah, I wasn't getting.
Which I'm
the
sure we'll
whole-
see that character back.
I hope
right?
so.
Yeah.
I
I don't
hope
know.
so.
Looks like he's got it going on already.
Yeah, might be working towards it right
Sorry,
now.
I
Oh
got
my
it going on
god! But no, and another interesting article of information. When we did a family friendly Christmas, I used to do Jack Frost, and I did all my makeup for that. So of course, I just kind of osmosis to all my knowledge to Keegan.
Which-
That's how that works.
Was a really good makeup.
Thank you.
Very
I
Wow.
still
impressive.
think. Well, the most recent iteration was good. Once after it evolved a little while.
The haunted one or the family friendly one?
The family
the
friendly
Jack Frost.
Oh yeah, no.
2017 one was a little
Yeah,
interesting.
that
but
was. It took me an hour to do that every night, more than an
And
hour.
you would come back smelling like 99% isopropyl.
It was
It would
rough.
waft
My
so
skin
hard.
was so rough. My hair. Ugh. I did not miss that. I mean, every now and then, maybe I'll miss one night.
If you came down there in full Jack Frost makeup, the smell would probably be nostalgic. At
he
this
Yeah,
did.
I
Didn't he
know.
do it 2 years ago? Last year?
well,
came down
me,
as Jack
me and
Frost?
Josh kind of do when we did the Haunted Christmas, we do like a little spoof of the Heat Miser and Jack Frost, and that's actually a lot of fun. So I'm sure if we do Haunted Christmas, which we are,
Boom.
I'm sure you'll see Jack Frost in some capacity like that.
But I don't remember. Was it full blown? It wasn't as full
No,
blown.
no,
as
no,
regular
'cause-
Christmas.
because I started the night as one character and then switch over.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
maybe I don't have to do that this year.
yeah.
Hey.
But it was always like 99%. Come on, man.
Sorry, I forgot to silence my phone.
Business.
It was like 99% isopropyl alcohol and mint. That's what Jack Frost smelled like. If you were
I think the best part was the eyebrows.
the eyebrows were solid.
Yeah,
The
they got-
eyebrows,
nose.
they got
the eyebrows
higher.
and the nose.
They got higher each night. We'll put a picture on
Got a little excited
for
some
you
nights.
guys. But anyway, back to Halloween. So yeah, that's a little bit about Keegan, his journey on Sir Henry's Haunted Trail. You're a commentary actor also, right?
Yeah.
How is
Sometimes.
How is that?
Yeah, sometimes. It's great. It's a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
See, you get to mingle with the crowd. You get to interact with the crowd. See,
People are interesting.
yes, that is one way to say it. Yeah.
I got to point out, man, this thing, I should bring this every episode. I'm lounging over here.
Can I use that to write some notes real quick?
Yeah, if you absolutely
Um,
need to, sure.
So, a couple of questions we've been getting, talking about the stories, the characters, the inspiration for this season. I should basically see your eyes. It's like that.
I know,
home
I'm so
improvement
comfortable
thing.
right now here.
We have 3 haunted trails, right, this year? There's
Yes.
3. Moonlight Massacre, not Midnight Massacre. It's Moonlight Massacre. I know that's very tough for some of you to say, but it's Moonlight Massacre. Tales of the Dead, and Wicked Waters. And, of course, our 4th attraction.
Waters.
Yeah,
Waters.
Not waters.
Wicked Waters. Water, go park your car.
Wicked piece.
Our 4th attraction is our Haunted Hayride, Legends of Halloween. And so I don't know. I don't feel like we talked really much about this in the earlier podcast. We'll just kind of touch base on a little bit. The inspiration for Moonlight Massacre was solely the fact that we had never did any kind of werewolf thing, and we wanted to try our hand at it. That's
And it always, beginning of the year, talking about what we were going to do, it always came up, but the rebuttal was always, now we got to wait until we can do it right, until we can do it perfect.
yes.
And that was this year. We could
Yeah.
do it right.
'Cause
could
we
do it
got-
perfect.
We have an epic showpiece werewolf costume, and it just makes it. Because I always said that if I don't want to do some like silly little werewolf thing. I wanted to sell it, and you can see that in the videos and in the trail itself of how cool that costume is. Well, it's not actually a costume; it's a real werewolf. We spare no
absolutely.
expense.
Yeah,
So-
hire him for the weekends.
Yeah.
It's kind of like George.
George.
Yeah. So yeah, no, and then we had the whole town setting that we built last year for the Headless Horseman. It's kind of like a Werewolf in London thing. Yeah, so that's cool. And then Tales of the Dead is just straight, not fan fiction, but
It's fan service.
fan service. Yes, fan service.
I fought so hard for Trail 2 this year.
Yeah, y'all really are. Trail 2 is here mainly because of Calvin's relentless effort. But I was going to do it. I just didn't know how it was going to look. But I'm happy with the way it came out. Because this past couple of years, this has been the trail that I've changed my mind on in like June.
Yep.
Oftentimes it works out for the better. I really didn't change my mind this year. I just didn't have it set in stone. I think it's a
Exactly.
fair way to say it. And the story was kind of whatever, but I'm very, very pleased with how this came out, and the fans are loving it. And then on top of just fan service, a lot of people are saying that is one of the creepiest attractions at the event this year.
Yeah.
The scariest. So that's awesome to see. Wicked Waters. This is kind of our swamp Bayou Witch trail. I can tell you I have a very specific. This is getting uncomfortable.
Yeah, we're both fighting for our lives over
I
here.
don't know what.
Calvin's just over here
I'm
chilling.
great over here.
The very specific inspiration came from this. There's a Scooby-Doo episode. It's called Witch is Witch. It's this witch and zombie-like creature on the steamboat in the swamps, and
It
they're
was a
looking for-
riverboat.
Riverboat, same thing. And they're looking for an overturned armored car at the bottom of the river that has all this money in it. So that's kind of pretty much my Shakespearean inspiration for this. We took it and made it ours. And then that kind of sets the whole plot in motion of this year's theme, the witching season, about this swamp bayou witch doing this ritual that brings back Beatrice from the dead, unfurling the rest of the season. So that's how all that ties together. A little bit about the inspiration for it all. No, we did not just go to another attraction, theme park, whatever, and say, oh, they're doing swamp witches. Let's do that. Y'all know by now we don't roll like that. Speaking of how we roll, our originality, I think, is one of the things that sets us apart from so many things. What you got over there?
Don't worry about me. Doodlebob, a little washed up.
A shameless plug. We have koozies this year in our swag shop. And this is a Sir Henry's Haunted Trail koozie. You can purchase this along with many more swag items available at our swag shop at our event. tickets can be purchased online at sirhenryshaunted.com. But as I was saying,
Thanks for doing that while I was struggling over here. It wouldn't open.
We needed some sort
you
of
need a
distraction.
nipple for that. As I was saying, our originality. I think that's one of the things our fans, our diehard fans, everybody loves about us, is the fact that we do some crazy original themes that are not necessarily just cut and dry to Halloween and haunted houses. You know, your zombies, your clowns, your hillbillies, your
werewolves.
Your werewolves. I mean,
Your vampires.
tell me, tell me the last werewolf only haunted house you went to.
No, it was just a joke, buddy.
No, okay.
I don't even remember ever seeing just like a werewolf in a haunted house in a long time.
We saw one at one we just went to, and it was just kind of random.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, Tales of the Dead, obviously that's 100% original because that's all our characters and our IP. You know, even in just the Bayou Swamp, which, yes, totally not that original, but the story we spun and made it, I feel like we made it our own.
Well, yeah, and like most like Bayou Swamp Witch stuff is like very voodoo-y and like witchcrafty and stuff, and that's not this.
Yeah, just to an extent. And I feel like too, like we could do a lot of other themes, and we could do them well. They might be simpler, so to speak, but I don't think that you have the creative aspect in those themes that we thrive off of.
Yeah.
To warrant seeing something fresh and new each year for our guests, because in case you don't know out there, if you're new to this podcast, new to Sir Henry's, we change our themes every year. Even when we do our seasonal events, Christmas, Valentine's Day, we change our themes every event. You know, trails more or less are the same. We are constantly doing renovations on them. So there's always improvements, not just in the sets, but the technology and the sound and the lighting, all that stuff. The attention to detail is crazy. So we're constantly changing. And I believe, if put a gun to my head, I would say that our themes for 2024 are pretty much locked down.
Probably, yeah.
They're pretty much locked down, which is crazy to think. I don't think he knows. So, surprise!
Yeah, start working. Let me get your lookbook.
Yeah. So that's crazy, and we're not even at Halloween for 2023 yet. I think we just
we are. It's today.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween.
No, it's not. It's Wednesday. So, you know, crazy to think that we got this clear-cut vision for next year. I'm very excited about it. I haven't been this excited about a next year's theme in probably 3 years. I think the last time I got this excited about something was over just one trail, and that was when we redid Midnight Slaughter from kind of the barn stuff to the nautical stuff.
Yeah.
We made it Captain's Fury. But
I keep talking about it. I'm so excited. I already have like actors casted and everything.
Yes, we never stop. We will always turn it up a notch. Can't stop, won't stop. So yeah, we're excited for that. Lot of cool things coming. Speaking of Halloween, you guys have both been trick or treating. I'm assuming.
Yes, I have.
Okay, just wanted to cover our bases here. Some people just have never been trick or treating before. Like I'm pretty sure Sam, and I think we talked about this on the podcast last year. Maybe, I don't know, but I don't think Sam has actually ever been trick or treating.
Well, yeah, now soon.
But
she can.
Yeah.
Sam is starting her own family. Congratulations, Sam. So now she will get to have those memories with her children. But okay, so what is one of your guys' favorite Halloween traditions?
Well,
Old, past, present, future.
I'll tell Calvin to start so I can think of one.
Calvin, go ahead and start.
I think carving pumpkins with our whole family every year.
Easy answer.
It's great,
Easy
honestly.
answer.
And then we'll have a big dinner beforehand.
Oh, so it's about the family, the
Yeah,
community,
Just hanging out with everyone.
hanging out. Drinking grape soda, and carving
Oh, I
pumpkins.
forgot about that. Well, so I don't know. I don't really have like I'm not a tradition person, but I am like I do like Halloween. I think I said this last podcast, but I always make it a point to go to like Spirit Halloween every year just because you kind of have to. And I like to go to haunted houses. And I wish there was more like fall festivals because we always, living in the Midwest, that's where we always went was the fall festivals. And you go out and you pick your own pumpkin and you take a picture as a kid on a big old hay bale and stuff like that. But yeah, that's really it. Like if there was fall festivals down here, I'd probably go to that every year. But most of the time, it's seeing some cool decorations and decorating up the house, and then that's
I
really
could
all
talk
got.
for hours about this. I'll try to keep it short. My birthday is like 2 days before Halloween, so we would always have Halloween themed birthday parties. That was always a favorite. Costumes, obviously, I love costumes. So that's always a favorite tradition, something we continue on to this very day. Pumpkin carving for me is more just a pain in the butt.
Yeah, I've carved probably 3 pumpkins in my life.
It's something I make sure to do, but I'm like, I gotta carve a pumpkin again.
Yeah,
But I feel like if I don't do it, it's like some sort of bad luck or something. I don't know. It's just obnoxious at this point. But now I kind of got to do it for my kids, so it is what it is. But Halloween, of course, and trick or treating and the dressing up and all those nostalgic things.
well, the easy answer for what I do every Halloween is I come to Sir Henry's on the Trail and I scare people all the time. That's the easy answer. I've done
Really,
that
because
for-
we haven't done
Yeah,
that in
it's
like
like
2
on
years.
Halloween.
not on Halloween, but I'm trying to remember. So I don't get myself in trouble. My anniversary is on Halloween, so I do that every year. Probably like an escape room or I go to a haunted house.
That's cute.
Yeah,
That's so cute.
Anyway.
y'all are so annoying.
Fun stuff. No, so that's some of the favorite things that we enjoy doing. Comment in the video. What's some of your favorite traditions? What you guys enjoy doing on Halloween? We are not open this year. It is a Tuesday. I'm not trying to do that. School night.
Yeah,
And I've got my own kids I'm taking trick-or-treating and making memories with. But alas, when Halloween rolls around on the weekend again, you can find us open and we'll figure it out from there.
but in that there's also a lot of other haunted houses around us that are going to be open on Halloween. So I'll try to hit as many as I can. But we'll
Good
see.
luck. They're
Yeah.
like 4 hours apart.
Yeah, there's too many, too far
Um,
apart.
yeah.
But obviously I love Halloween. But
Do you? Because have you even been watching any Halloween movie? Okay, let's favorite Halloween movie. Horror movie.
I don't
sorry.
know.
Horror.
no, it could be a
I don't
Halloween
know.
movie.
I don't know. Halloween Town's a pretty good movie for
see
a
he's-
Halloween movie.
That's a very Calvin answer.
That's a
So
very
that's
good
what I was
movie.
going to say.
Halloween.
The first
Town?
or second?
Halloween
Or
Town
third.
2.
All right, so let's break
Isn't there
this.
three?
There's
down.
a third?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
like there's
there's-
four.
yeah, I think there's
four.
four.
What?
Four. There's
The second
the-
one is the good one.
The
Yeah.
third one's high school. The fourth one's college.
Ah, who cares?
That's like some Harry Potter stuff.
Yeah, drop
You're a
out.
wizard.
Build a haunted house.
So okay, Disney Channel original movie. You're going with Halloween Town.
Yeah.
Halloween
I go
Town 2
Halloween Town.
specifically.
That's Halloween Town 2, man. That's some nostalgic memories for me right there. And I liked this is gonna sound a little weird, but I liked Halloween Town 2 a little more because most of the movie was set at night.
That's interesting.
Never
Whereas
thought about
Halloween Town, the first one, most of it's during the day.
You know what I miss being able to watch because I don't have traditional cable anymore, but like the Halloween bake-offs and stuff.
Yeah.
We used to watch those all the time.
We still watch those. We're
I
already watching
loved
them.
those.
Like on the Food Channel or something?
Yeah, and then they did ones where they did like big pumpkin carvings and stuff. where they
Halloween
made
Wars.
Halloween Wars, yeah, or they built like cakes that were spooky and stuff like that.
I never
Yeah.
got into that. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I've always I love that, and I wish I would get. You know what? I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna buy cable just so I can just have that playing on my TV.
It's probably on YouTube. I don't think.
Well,
you have to
because
buy
like yeah, that
cable.
was the thing. I never like sat down and was like, I'm voting for Jackie because her pumpkin's sick. It was always just kind of like playing in the house, and in the Midwest, all the windows are open, so the wind's blowing.
Yeah, exactly.
You get the nice fall vibes, and
something we don't have here.
yeah, it's probably I would probably watch it coming in to drink water because my mom was making me rake her leaves.
I've never. Speaking of leaves in Midwest and the fall stuff, I mean, obviously lived in Florida my whole life, and the fact that I try to emulate the Northeastern Halloween, I think, is just kind of crazy. But that's just the style I love. But side note, across the in my parents' neighborhood where I grew up, where Sir Henry's started, home on blah 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 blah. Obviously it's in Central Florida. There's no fall, but my parents' neighbor had in his yard these rain trees, is what they're called, or whatever like that. You know what I'm talking
It's
about?
a rain tree.
If you put a gun in my head and pointed to a tree and said, "What type of tree is that?" Shoot me.
I don't know
Not
if that's
gonna tell
the
you.
scientific Plantagus
Like, there's
eroticus
only
name.
rain
I
under
don't
the tree.
know.
Whoa.
I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that like the slang term is they're rain trees. But
Anyways,
they turn colors in the fall.
Oh.
So it was always cool because like come October, these trees, green trees, would turn like red and orange and yellow when they would lose their leaves. So I think that it was a big part of my
Just the little
childhood.
things.
Yeah, because did y'all ever like
He was also Jehovah Witness, so I
interesting?
ride him.
Did we ever get those like orange trash bags that had pumpkins on them that you would fill with the
Oh,
leaves
no,
from
see,
your
we don't
yard?
have that
So
down
you
here.
would have like out by the road, you'd have like a
So
row
our
of
leaves fall
pumpkins.
in February.
Yeah, but those are nostalgic to me because those are cool. I don't know.
This is way before y'all's time, but in the 90s we had the McDonald's and all the little toys and the Halloween buckets and all that stuff. I think they just brought them back these
Yeah, they
past
just
couple
brought
of
'em
years.
back.
But you had like the potato thing. Oh my gosh, that I
Potato.
can see it now. I see it now over at my friend's house trick or treating. That was crazy. I remember. Did we have a full moon recently on Halloween?
We had a full moon on a show night.
No, but on Halloween.
Oh.
Halloween. I think. Yeah, I think we did.
I think
2 years ago it was a
Yeah.
Halloween blue moon or something.
I don't
Let
remember.
me get a fact check on that. But anyway, I was gonna say, I remember my first Halloween.
Come on, Jamie, fact check that.
Halloween full moon was like 98, 99. And I remember us kids in the neighborhood, we went trick or treating with a group, and we got our picture in front of the moon. I would probably still have that somewhere. Well, I know we have it somewhere. I just don't know if we can find it. All these memories, man. It's just
Yeah, you're 2020.
2020, appropriately enough.
Yeah,
we had a
right.
full moon on Halloween.
What day of the week were we open?
Yeah, it was Saturday.
Come on, Jamie.
Saturday.
Yeah, I bet you it was Saturday. You
Saturday,
have a way
mark
of-
it down.
Lock it in.
It's gonna be a Saturday. It was a Saturday. I'm
It
telling
was
you.
probably
right
a Saturday.
now. Telling you right now.
But yeah, you're gonna talk me back into moving to the Midwest here with all
No,
this
no,
nostalgic
no. We'll
talk.
just plant some rain trees out there. You'll be fine.
Yeah, Rangers.
They
It's
have
the-
some next door.
It's the weather, man. Like when we went to New Hampshire, like it's the weather.
Yeah,
It's just so perfect.
You don't got Sir Henry's on a trail nowhere though. I mean, come on.
That's true. It
That's
does feel pretty
true.
good outside. I have a jacket on, so
Do you,
Different.
Doodlebob?
I do. Yeah, Doodlebob do got a jacket
a
on.
jacket and shorts.
Anyways, well,
Saturday.
So yeah, we were open with a full moon on Halloween.
I
Doesn't get
remember
much better than
That's
that.
crazy. Favorite Halloween candy?
The pumpkin candy corns.
Get out of here.
Those
Who invited this guy?
those are good.
What?
Who invited
That
this
is
man?
not an acceptable
Set
answer.
your microphone down
Honest.
and drive your little car back home since you can. Now.
Are they pumpkin?
Little.
Yeah, that's
Anyways,
true. It's
It's
drives
town
a
and country. He's
boat.
working for the police, Calvin.
Yeah.
Town and country. Are they pumpkin flavored?
No, they're just regular candy corn flavor, but they taste different.
See,
I don't
if
know.
candy
Different.
corn.
You do know he said favorite,
Oh,
not
time out.
least favorite.
No, you were talking about the candy corns that are shaped like a
Yeah,
pumpkin.
that are shaped like the pumpkin.
I'll defend him on that. That's
are
nostalgic
pretty
for me.
good.
Those are not bad. Those are
No.
not
And I
bad.
feel like they're
I
different
would
than
take
the regular
I would
candy
take
corn.
like
I feel like they taste
6 lits
different.
over that. over any candy corn in any. It doesn't matter the shape; it's still trash.
No, but don't know. Candy corn is whatever. I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast or where I was saying this, but I'll eat a candy corn just for nostalgic. I'm not going out of my way.
That was me.
But it's
and you.
kind of like a good luck thing where I'm just got it. It's kind of like carving a pumpkin. I just got to do it.
Just
But
gotta
no,
fight
the
through it.
pumpkin ones have a different flavor. There's a
telling
little
you,
bit of a
I do
different
think they taste
texture
different.
too.
But that's
Have you
really
tried
your
a pumpkin?
favorite. That's
I can't
really
really think of
honestly
any
your
other
favorite. You can't
Halloween
think of it. Name
candy.
another
Well,
candy.
if we're putting all kinds of candy into this too, so
I'm like the little packs of the Sour Patch Kids, like the little bags of them that you get.
Yeah,
It's always good to find those. You only get like 3 or 4
I'll
a
take
night,
that
but
over pumpkin candy corn. I can't. Obviously, I'm.
okay. So it's not candy corn for Calvin. So
Yeah,
what
I
is
am a
it?
candy
Okay.
corn hater. I like. My favorite was always what's the? I think it's Three Musketeers that have like the nougat in the middle and the caramel.
Silver
Those were always my
packaging?
favorite. Yeah, those
See,
little
those
just
are
little
whatever.
bites.
I vividly remember dumping out my purple trick or treat bag with these ghosts on it,
You had bags. I always had.
and it
these
had like a
pillowcases.
battery light up thing in it. With
Yeah,
the
like
glow-
a-
and it made this noise like
a Sweet Bay bag.
That was it. Yeah, yeah.
Sweet baby.
No, ours
I
was
had this
always
for like 15
pillowcases, and I'd always try to find like a black or orange one.
years. Eventually, it ripped and broke, but it was such
Your
a cool
bag made noise?
Yeah,
What a man.
this is
Man.
like I'm like 7 years old. So,
That's fair.
It was again nostalgic, but I remember dumping the candy out. If I could find Skittles are my favorite candy. Period. I'm a Skittles guy. Purple Skittles particularly. So if you had a little bag of the purple Skittles, that's a gold mine. I also
They
love-
made little bags of purple Skittles back
Yeah,
in the day.
specifically purple ones.
I don't.
I would have to because I remember it. I don't know.
You made it up.
Anyway,
I feel like purple Skittles was a
you weren't
new
even alive
endeavor.
back then.
You're right.
But the little Tootsie Roll, the flavored Tootsie Roll ones, those are good.
No, not the flavored.
Not the
Regular
the flavored
Tootsie
ones are
Rolls.
gross.
No, what?
Yeah,
Those
no,
are-
the flavored ones are not great.
But
But
we're gonna have to have an intervention. After
the
this
regular
episode.
Tootsie Rolls, I'll die on this hill.
Yeah,
top
Tootsie Rolls are
5
good,
candy.
but like
Yeah.
the lemon one, not the vanilla one. That's weird. Or
They
the
were just like-
lime.
Any other flavor?
They were just like
but
purple and
chocolate
white,
cherry
or like red
Yeah.
and white. Those little things. I never ate them because I didn't trust it.
No, they're so good. So that was one. I'm a big Laffy Taffy guy.
That's a good
Laffy
answer.
Taffy. The Tootsie Roll Pops. Oh, those are so good. Specifically the blue one. Oh,
Never been a sucker guy.
I don't suck on it. I just chomp it.
Yes, you
That's
just
true.
bite it
Like
down.
when I get
'Cause-
those little dum dums, I just rip the little head off the stick and then chew
Because
it.
if they've been a little old, kind of been sitting in that candy pot a while, they'll get a little stale, and you can just crunch it.
You're
really
crazy.
easy.
Did y'all used to take your trick or treat candy to school?
Yes.
I
didn't know if that
honestly
was-
can't
Sneak a little
remember.
in your
It's been like
lunchbox every
25
day?
No,
years
I
ago.
mean like the
I
day
should
after
sneak something in.
Halloween, everyone would like push the desks together and dump out all their candy, and you would like
I
trade.
ain't sharing my
No.
candy
No,
with
no, you weren't
nobody.
you weren't sharing, but you were like trading. Like, yo, I'll give you 3 Musketeers for your purple
No,
Skittles.
but I wish. I feel like that. We were trading Pokemon cards at the time. We weren't trading Halloween candy.
That's like
but that seems like a
I
very
wonder if
that's
Western
Midwestern
Halloween
thing
in
to
the
do.
Midwest.
That's
It's
a
like
very Halloween.
everyone's like, yo, I filled up 2 pillowcases in Meadow Lake over here, and you're like, no way, man. I went to Sunset City, and all they gave me, I only got 1 king size 3 Musketeer. But yeah,
Speaking of king size, you go to these houses that the people give out full size
yeah.
candy bars. That was like a rare.
I was
And
a
then-
Kit Kat. If I'm getting a full size one, I'm getting a Kit Kat.
Yeah.
And then you had the people that would give you like the Capri Suns or the
The little
the Fruit Loop drink.
Or yeah, like a
popcorn balls.
popcorn balls or like
I
bags
used
of
to throw those
peanuts.
away. That was gross.
Yeah, I was never. My dad would take them. But like I would if they had popcorn balls, I'd ask for the kettle corn ones and
Oh,
I'd give it to my dad.
You're just gonna ask them specifically.
this is one of the most disturbing things about.
They were more disturbing.
Well, okay, so
that
I
what you
took
said?
my kids trick or treating last year. They were 6 months old, so it was really just me and my wife going trick or treating, which we'll pretty much be doing the same thing again this year. It's for us,
An
not the kids
yeah,
yet.
that's a valid enough excuse.
But one of the most disturbing things about last year trick or treating was in my parents' neighborhood where we went back to the old days. Sir Henry even made an appearance. Instead of going up to the people's door, these people sat at the end of their driveway in a lawn chair with a fold-out table, handing out candy.
So
yeah,
you gotta knock on the door and
Yeah.
say trick or treat.
what do you mean? Yeah.
that was like you wouldn't in the Midwest when I was trick or treating, you would knock on maybe 15 doors a night. The rest it was,
Yeah.
middle-aged Midwesterners getting
see-
drunk in their driveway, jamming Leonard Skinner, throwing candy
See,
at
that's
you.
where the Midwest misses at. That you don't go up to the door. You have to physically go to the door,
Oh, I
ring
agree.
the doorbell, have the door open. That is.
I agree.
That is art.
But
That is art right there.
I agree. But people sitting in lawn chairs in their driveway is not crazy.
No, but it reads, "I'm lazy. Take your candy. Get off my lawn."
No,
But they're
what's lazy
also-
is the-
display. Where's the
But think for
walkthrough?
them, like like if they're in their house or whatever, they don't get to like see it. They don't get to feel it. Maybe
They do
don't
when
have
they
their
open
own
the
kid.
door.
But when they're in the driveway, they get to see everybody walking around having a good time. You know what it was? It was probably there wasn't a football game on.
It was a Monday night last year. There was a football game on.
Yeah. Because I remember a lot of years you opened up the door and they'd be watching football inside. My
I
dad would be like,
remember-
"What's the score?"
I remember trick or treating, and you would go open up some people, and they'd be just like, you could just these people
Yeah.
do not want to hand out
Yeah.
candy, bro. Turn
Turn your
lights
porch light off. Yeah.
okay, just lock up. You're like,
See, but at least we don't have to set the bowl outside with a sign that says,
That's
"Please
always the
take
worst.
one."
That's always the worst. Because then
Yes.
it's a morality check. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, you suck. So am I gonna suck and take your bowl now, or am I gonna obey by
Well,
your
to
sign
be
law?
fair, in their defense, yes, they might be lazy, but sometimes maybe they're just working and they want to still have the kids participate in the Halloween events, or they're trick or
they're
treating with
inside
their own
asleep.
kids, you know. So
Yeah, well.
I'm a little. I'll defend that one.
Nah.
I'll defend that one.
Hey, okay,
But
you
the
can
lawn
defend that,
chairs
and
on
I'll
the-
defend lawn chairs.
No, absolutely not. No.
But so are they?
Shame.
Do they at least have like music playing? Are they in costumes or anything like that?
8.7 out of 10 houses did have some kind of setup.
Yeah.
So I appreciated that. I appreciate it.
Y'all ever had like? Do you remember like the houses that like every year they would have like, their cousin like jump scare you on the porch because he'd like
Yes.
dress up like a
that was
scarecrow.
us.
Yeah. So
Literally,
those
the
houses were
cousin.
always good, and then like your little home haunts that were like in the garage and stuff where you had to like walk through and grab the candy and then
Oh,
walk out.
Uh,
That stuff was always cool.
Yeah, nostalgic. I said this on the podcast last year, one of the episodes, but one of the most vivid visual memories for me was house like 6 houses, 7 houses down. They did, in fact, the last one of the last years they did a werewolf, and the way the guy moved was so creepy and good. But their whole lawn was covered in Halloween decorations. And that's what inspired me.
But yeah,
Buckingham, y'all got a lot to live up to, okay? Now that Sir Henry ain't there no more. Some of you guys are stepping up, though. Shout out our boy Henry.
yeah.
Henry.
Oh yeah, he showed me a picture.
Yeah, Henry
Yeah,
got
yeah,
a great
yeah.
display. A couple houses down from my parents. They're putting some effort into it. They got some black light, glow light
Yep.
neon cemetery, so they're gonna be
Ooh.
raving out there. So
Fancy.
I do appreciate all that.
But yeah, it's always the worst when you turn the corner to go to like the house and they didn't
And they're
have it
not
this
there.
year.
Oh,
Yeah.
talk
Oh
about
my gosh.
heartbreak.
Yes.
Oh my.
You turn around and you're
Yeah.
like, man, let's just go home.
Yeah, there was a couple not just in our neighborhood around too, and then when they stopped doing that, it literally killed.
You know,
my
that was
soul.
you.
I know
You were
and-
that house.
but yes and no, because I didn't stop doing it. I just did it.
He
bigger.
dialed it back. Yeah.
So you could still come see me, but just not there.
Yeah, but it's whatever.
See,
But-
but somebody
but I
walks up to
still-
Sir Henry and asks, "Trick or treat, can I have some candy?"
You
I
know,
s-
we're talking to the yard display master right now.
Oh
Have
yeah,
you seen what he's
Keegan,
got?
you did do a yard display.
I
This
actually
year.
have her wig on right now.
Is it-
She's
yeah, it's
bald
just
at the
taken
moment.
from the yard display.
we'll send our cameraman a picture. You did a yard display this year.
It's a little-
Tell us about that. Tell us about your theming, your inspiration.
I was bored and didn't have anything else to do. Everything was done out here, so I was like, you know what? Let me put up a little something in the yard.
And what does this display mean to you? What is it? Does it tell a story?
Title
Not
this piece
really.
for us, please.
It's just kind of like 4 or 5 little witches or little.
You need to
people-
put some lights on it, man. Did we not teach you
little people-
anything?
There is lights on it.
I don't see it when I drive past, but I'm also probably
Okay,
not looking for
they're
it.
dim because I don't want to run extension cords all the way down through my yard.
I see.
I gotta
All right.
mow.
Sure.
Gotta mow.
Uh,
In the
There's
rain, the
solar
dry
lights.
season, he's gonna move.
yeah.
There's solar light.
But no, appreciate
send-
you.
We'll put up a photo.
Make sure it's the nighttime. It looks good at the night.
Looks
Well, I'm not saying it
interesting.
looks bad during the day, but it looks
Interesting.
Insane.
it looks better at night.
Interesting.
Like most of it.
Did it change from the one picture I saw?
Yes, a little bit.
Okay. Oh, I'll have to.
I have my little Michael Myers blow up.
Yeah.
I've yet
I
to
gave you a bunch of stuff a couple years ago.
Yo, the witch. I don't know whatever happened to the witch. I think I gave it to my mom.
The Reaper.
From you.
Oh yeah, I gave you the clown
That
too.
got burnt. In case you wanted to know.
The Reaper,
For-
I don't think I ever set up, or it didn't have all the pieces or something. But I have my Michael Myers blow up out, and I've been trying to convince Reese to let me get the shorty animatronic from Spirit. You know, he's like
Who's gonna see it?
from Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
You gotta buy
Me.
that.
That's
When
all that
you- when you-
matters.
I'll buy that for
Pull
you.
into your-
When I show up from the haunt at my house and it's 2:00 in the morning, I want to see my Michael Myers and my shorty. All right.
I
But
agree
of
with
course,
you.
I got like my Haddonfield sign out and stuff like that. But I have an apartment, so it is what it is. Can't do it.
What are
Can't
you
do
doing
it.
for Halloween this year?
I have no idea. I might go trick or treating by myself. I don't know.
By yourself?
Yeah, you're on the
I don't
cutting
have
edge.
friends.
You're gonna go to the new neighborhood next door?
Maybe.
Are there people living
Shoot,
there?
There is.
There's a couple. Yeah,
There's a couple houses in there. I have to drive the golf cart over
you gotta
there.
go to Walden Lake or something.
See what
Just
they're doing.
load up on
I went to.
Yeah.
Come to Sir Henry's.
I'll go with my siblings.
See the OG Sir Henry house.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should go. I mean, I've seen the house, but I haven't seen it.
You haven't
And-
seen it on Halloween.
Yeah.
Even though I was disappointed last year. Yeah.
You were disappointed at the
No,
state
no,
of your
no,
own
there's-
display. What do you mean?
No, because I did get recognized twice. I dressed up as Sir Henry and two random people. Sir Henry? Is that you? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me, baby. That was cool.
But yeah, talks about what we're gonna do on Halloween. We're still trying to figure it out. Probably gonna go see Richie. I told Richie I was gonna go see him at Pemberton.
For those of you who don't know, our buddy Richie has a home haunt, Pemberton Haunters. You can find him on social media mostly.
It's a very good haunt. Very good.
He does a really good. It's not just a home haunt garage setup. He's got a pretty big space, like 2,500 square foot haunt. He spends a good bit of money on, and it
Yes,
shows in his passion and craft. So he is going to be open on Halloween, and if I didn't have kids, I'd probably go out there and hang out with him.
Well,
so-
shoot, yeah, I didn't even think about it, but I might scroll by to Sir Henry's to see
Well,
what's
if you're
popping over
coming
there.
from the east, sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dress up as a family costume, whatever. But then I can't do that.
Are you bringing back the costume from last year?
No.
Oh,
I got new stuff this year.
Of
Which
course.
I'm having mental breakdowns about that, so I got to figure that out. But alas, I could
last
talk-
year's costume was iconic.
So
That was a really good idea.
last year's costume. I don't think I ever talked about this. Last year's costume for our family as we went trick or treating was I dressed up as an evil witch. My wife dressed up as the evil witch's assistant, and we had Hansel and Gretel in our cauldrons getting ready to cook them for stew. Yes, one could say kind of graphic.
But it's such
But
a
it's
good
such
idea.
an original idea.
Great
It's not
idea.
about the graphic nature. I'm not a graphic person.
Oh, I not.
But it's not like your babies were covered in like perma blood or
Yeah,
anything.
no, no. So last year we had I think 3 different costumes. One for my party, one for something else, and
The farmer.
and the Halloween. Yeah, I did. The other costume we did was a farmer and a scarecrow, and the farmer fertilized his crops too well, so he got a lot of pumpkins. Pumpkins were my kids.
I don't remember that, but
It's an
continue.
Instagram story.
Say it's on
Um,
Instagram.
But yeah, so we'll have
a fan
we've
you
already
are,
got
Keegan.
one costume set up. It's gonna be cute, but it's gonna be fun because I'm putting a twist on my character, of course. And then we're still working out some kinks with the Halloween costume, creative differences with my wife.
Have you seen Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters?
No,
It's a pretty good movie. It's
I don't believe that.
well, okay, all right. To me, okay, it's a good movie. It's an
Is it entertaining?
yes.
Okay, doesn't mean it's a good movie. It can be
Okay.
entertaining, but it's not a good movie.
Me and Zach have differences of what a good movie is.
I am an elitist when it comes to movies. Sorry.
if
just
the
who I
movie
am.
entertained me, good movie.
You sound like my friend Justin.
If
who
the
will-
movie was low key boring, that's a terrible movie. Hansel and Gretel is at its core. If you watched it, you would say, "God, this movie is awful. Why did Calvin tell me to watch it?" But it is entertaining.
You heard it here, folks. Movie recommendation of the week on WatchMovieClub.com. Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters.
It is pretty good. It has one of the coolest kills in a movie I've ever seen.
Maybe I'll go home and watch it just for fun.
Yeah, let me know if you do. You know what? I'm gonna convince Reese to let me watch. Yeah, I'm gonna go home and watch it too. Matter of fact,
Shoot,
What
maybe I'll stop
Calvin's
by.
doing tonight.
I saw it in theaters
That's crazy.
with my dad.
That is crazy. Mine has been blown. But alas, we could go on, and I believe I've said alas 3 times. So that earns $1 in the swear jar. You know the rules. One word. Everybody knows the rules.
One word.
We could go on for Halloween about hours. As you can tell, we're passionate. Lots of memories across the board. But we're going to go ahead and start wrapping it up. Fun fact, there's probably 80 in this episode alone. What?
$1.
No, that's our one
we're our one
contractual
legal.
agreement.
Okay, all right, my bad.
Fun fact.
You didn't say
So-
it, so I was just making sure.
Thank you guys for tuning in to this Halloween episode for Bjorn, Doodlebob, and Calvin. Make sure if you can, you've got a couple more nights to come out and check us out before our haunt season ends. Tickets online, SirHenrySoundandGerald.com. You can listen to this podcast on any major streaming platform, Apple Music, Spotify, all that good stuff. And of course, you can watch us on YouTube so you can see these wonderful, beautiful costumes. And don't forget to make a wish. Bye.
Oi, mignon.
See ya.